What's this? What's this? What do I see? What is this strange thing in front of me? What's this? What's this? What do I see? What is this weird thing I see in front of me? It's 8:30 in the morning. It's the 20th day of July, 2024. It's 71 degrees and hazy here at Site B. It is I, your grumpy guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, and general internet nonsense. Internet nonsense is the OGGM, and today we're looking at whatever this is. And I'm sure you've seen parts of these. This is one of the first collages of all of them I've seen, and I know there's still a few missing. I did have to black out a little inappropriate comment that somebody made on these, but this is the first time I've seen 80% of them together. So this is part of the new 71 new pages of art that's going to be in the Players Handbook, and I assume these are the iconic characters that are representing each of the classes. Maybe. I don't know. Now, first and foremost, in regards to the artist in question, whether this be AI or made by a human, nothing but respect. I wish I was this talented. Can't take anything away from just, these are good. Some of them are better than others, but these are all good. They're better than me. And, I appreciate the work that these people put into creating this art more so that now than ever, because we know that they're not going to be able to keep the rights to the art. Now that they've made this art for wizards, that wizards can do whatever they want with it, and they don't have to ever pay those guys ever again. And those guys can never use that art in anything else. So whoever made these is like, this is one and done for them, and that kind of sucks no matter what. Now, again, I'm assuming these are the iconic characters. This picture represents this class. Oh, here's a guy in armor and a helmet holding a sword. He's probably a fighter, right? That's nothing new. And as some of them represent specific characters from the history of the game. Pathfinder was very big about, if you saw a picture, they would eventually tell you who that person was. D&D, not so much, but over the years, more and more so, if there was a picture, you eventually found out who that picture was. So these are nobody from the past, as far as I can tell. Or if they are a brand new representation. As for what iconic classes they are, no clue. One of them, two of them, I'm 80% sure. The rest, I'm like, I don't know. What class are you? And if this art, and finally, who is this art for? What is this art selling? Because it's not D&D, that's for sure. It's definitely not classic D&D. And it's definitely not modern D&D, so I don't know what the point of this art is. Who are these people? What are these people? What class? What are they doing? What do they represent? I mean, what is your message? Other than, don't know. So first we've got this dude, or I think it's a dude. What class is this? What class is this person? Let's get a close-up of them if we can. What are you? Are you a boy? You're a girl? Are you trans? I don't know. You've got flowers on you. Is this supposed to be Connie Chang? Kind of looks like Connie Chang. What are you wearing? What class are you? Flowers. I guess you're a druid? I don't know. I mean, this looks AI. This definitely looks like this was AI, especially with this weird, just whatever this is right here. Ooh, comments. I can another, yeah, plenty. I mean, again, yeah. I mean, even if I was a 5e player, I wouldn't buy this because I don't know what the fuck this is. 5e players. I mean, if 5e players are your, audience, this is not advertising to 5e players. If your target audience is the same people who bought Coyote and Crow, again, this isn't doing what the Coyote and Crow art did. I don't know what your message is. It's the art is fine. Some of it is really good, some of it not so much, but I don't know what you're telling me. This art doesn't sell anything. It doesn't pop. It doesn't tell me who these people are, what they are. I'm not excited to learn about them. Best guess, these might be some of the characters from the fallbacks. Remember that fallbacks thing that they were really, really pushing and then just sort of dropped? about how they were going to create their brand new group of iconic characters that will be equal to or greater than the characters from Critical Role. And this book came out and they were talking about all these other things, and then it kind of disappeared. Is that who these people are? Are these the fallbacks? Are these their new iconic characters? I don't know. Anyways, we got Connie Chang here. I guess it's Connie Chang. I don't know. Kind of looks like Connie, who is a druid, maybe with the flower, bard, sorcerer. Flowers makes me think druid. Okay. Then we've got this dragonborn in armor. Okay. Dragonborns usually are paladins. At least every dragonborn character I ever encountered somebody else playing was a paladin. So I'm dragonborn paladin, maybe? Don't know. Have no idea. You're wearing armor, sort of armor. This is dumb armor. Well, actually, it's not. It's actually vaguely historically accurate armor. I'm not sure what this thing is. Is that supposed to be a baldric? Again, is this AI? Because, yeah, what is this pink goo here? And if it is AI, you're so lazy you can't go back in and fix the AI particle mistakes when AI just goes, I don't know what that's in, so I'm going to throw in a thing. No idea who you are. No idea what class you are. At least you look kind of D&D. Then we got Amanda Waller here. Don't know what Amanda Waller's doing in a D&D product, but we got Amanda Waller here. What class is this? No clue. No clue. Bard? Spellcaster? Diplomat? Thief? I don't know. I mean, not being racist, this looks like Amanda Waller in the DC comics. But again, I have no idea no idea who you are, no idea what class you are, no idea what race you are, no idea anything about you. You're just a lady wearing vaguely medieval clothing. All right, then we have this. Okay, this is the first one. I can definitely tell you are a spellcaster of some kind. I'm gonna guess with Elven Wizard. So that one, at least we know who you are. Not sure what's going on with the eyebrows, but the hair could be spell casting. Nothing wrong with this one. This might be the best one. Then we got our beloved cover with our Uncanny Valley dragon. Still bothers the fuck out of me. I don't know what is going on with this cover. I cannot believe this is the cover they've chosen to be D&D because there's just so much wrong with this cover. Not just the obvious things that they're all non-human. But the subtle things like just the way they're standing is really weird. And then the dragon is just so, what the fuck? He's all neck. And then the neck goes into the shoulders and I don't know where the head is. Then we've got this person who, Pillsbury Doughboy. Something's wrong with their head. Holding a quill. And it looks like they've got something on their back. Could be scrolls. Maybe a wizard. Maybe an archivist. Maybe this is all just, I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know what class you are. I don't know what your story is. If you're supposed to convince me to play this class, yeah, I have no idea who you are. What are you trying to sell me? This doesn't excite me to play a class. I don't know what class this is. And we've got another Scanlan ripoff. It's weird how they now want to make every bard Scanlan. So we've got a gnome with purple hair doing vicious mockery. This one is pretty obvious, so I'm gonna say this is a bard. Another Scanlan ripoff bard, gnome, purple hair, using purple magic, vicious mockery, 100%. Well, 90%. This is a bard, and this says to me, bard. It says to me, you're ripping off Scanlan, you're ripping off Sam, but this is definitely a bard. All right, so we got that one. Then we got this person, tiefling. Other than that, no clue. What class are you? What is your job? Well, you're a tiefling, so warlock? Maybe? And then just there's this weird thing. There's this weird just sort of pixelization here, which makes me think either they went back in with Photoshop and removed something, or again, this one is AI. And then finally, we have this lovely lady with whatever's going on behind her. Is that supposed to be her hair? I'm gonna guess spellcaster because of the staff and the stance and the fact they're not wearing any armor. Maybe cleric. I want to say cleric because of the rainbow and the clouds. But first off, what is wrong with her arm? What is wrong with your arm? Because that is an unbelievably thin arm in proportion to this arm. Second, is this your hair or a cloak? What's going on behind you? Other than that, this one's okay. This one's definitely the best. This one looks AI because of these particle effects and just this random thing here. We've all done enough AI art to know that when AI doesn't know what it's doing or isn't giving specific enough instructions, it throws in these weird particle things. So that's AI. I'm 90% sure that's AI. This one's AI because it's got this pink thing here. This is, a particle thingy. And you were too lazy to go in and fix it. This one, that could be drawn. Yeah, I think that one's real. This one, yeah, I think that one's real. It's also probably the best. This one, without seeing their hands, I'm not sure, but I think this one's real. The detail on the clothing is good enough. Other than that, I don't know. This one, yeah, I think that one's real. That is actually probably one of the best. You definitely know that this is a gnome. You definitely know that it's a bard. You definitely know that they're casting Vicious Mockery. And these other two lizard men are laughing. Yeah, that one's obvious. That's yeah. This one, I want to say it's either gone over with Photoshop or it is AI art because there's this pixelization here. Looks like somebody went in and removed something. And did it. I mean, I went in and removed something, but this guy is as bad as mine. So it's just lazy. And then we have this lady who definitely is AI because just look at this hand. Look at it. First, this arm is not attached to her shoulder. Second, it is painfully thin compared to her other hand. Third, she's not actually holding the staff. It's just floating there near her hand. Fourth, there's whatever this nonsense behind her. So yeah, AI art. I mean, we can't get mad at them. They've told us 100% they're doing AI art. So congratulations, people who were dumb enough to buy the new Players Handbook. These are some of the examples of the 71 new pages of unnecessary art. I'm assuming these are the brand new iconic characters to represent each class. Maybe they're the characters from the fallbacks. Again, anybody remember the fallbacks, that thing that they announced that they were going to do that they haven't done anything with other than one book that got horrible ratings? If you're a classic D&D player, obviously this is not aimed at you. Somebody who's looking at the amazing art in a DM's guide from, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and compared to this, if you're an old school player, you're looking at this going, all right, this art's obviously not me. I don't know what game this is for. And if you're a 5e player, you're looking at this going, what game is this for? And if you're a new player and you've never played before and you see this art, again, you're like going, what is this for? Now, let me just say, I'm not bagging on the artist, whether it AI or hand drawn, nothing but respect to the guys and gals who spent the hours working on these, blood, sweat, and tears to make these, knowing full well that they don't get to keep the rights. Every time we see these art from now on, that's money in Wizards of the Coast pocket. The person who did this doesn't see a dime of that. And that just sucks. And they can never use it anywhere else. They can't sell prints or whatever. At least I think that's the way the new thing works. I could be wrong. Stephen Glicker would know more than I do. But yeah, the problem is not that the art is good or bad. The problem is it doesn't tell you what it is. It doesn't sell. The point of the art in the game is to sell the product. If you want to sell why being a fighter is an exciting class, or if you want to sell why casting a spell is cool, or if you want to sell why this elven race is elfy and awesome, that's the art's job. The art's job is to go, hey, I'm a fighter. I'm cool. Are you interested in this? Check. Please read on. It's, it's supposed to impart action. It's supposed to impart emotion. The art's job is to sell the game. This doesn't sell the game. Whether you're an old player or a new player, you're looking at this the same way I'm looking at this. Who are these people? What class? What race? What's going on? Notice there's no white men. Right? I mean, what is, who are these people? What, are you a bard? Are you a fighter? Are you human? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? What is going on? Why are you leaning that way? What the only one that is 190% obvious is the bard. And then this person is like 89-90% that we know it's an elven wizard. And then this person is like 89% we know it's a female cleric of some kind. The rest, no clue. I mean, just because you're wearing armor, I mean, I guess you're a warrior. 30% chance you're a warrior of some type. You, no clue. You, no clue. You, maybe a warlock, really, no clue. Oh, look. We've got comments. Dark Winter says, Halls of the Valiant. Dark Winter also says, another reason not to buy this. Absolutely. This does nothing to convince me to buy this. Even if I had no idea and I was a first-time player and I saw this, I'd be like, what game is this for? And they'd be like, oh, that's the new art for D&D. And I'd be like, nothing about this art says Dungeons or Dragons or high fantasy. And if your point is we want to sell the new D&D, which is, the comfy, safe slice of life D&D, well, that art doesn't do this job either. This does not want me to make me want to play into D&D. No, absolutely. I don't know what game this is supposed to make me want to play. It's not D&D. It's not slice of life JRPG. What are you selling with this art? Morning. Steampunk art? No, I don't think it's steampunk. Very modern hairstyles that are off-putting, yeah. Getting more Aretha Franklin than Amanda Waller. I could give Aretha too. Non-functional armor and rainbow colors. Why? Because they're in the city, so they can't wear their real armor. I don't know. They look like blind pimps. Well, I have seen some pretty ridiculously Hollywood. When Hollywood used to portray pimps in the 70s and early 80s. Yeah, okay, yeah. But real pimps don't dress like that. Maybe they used to. Hey, say his name and he appears. I believe in roll for combat. Not sure. Traditionally, when a company buys art, they own it outright. That is pretty standard, and the company pays more for this right to the artist. Okay. I mean, I knew that the artists were now getting pretty royally screwed over. I wonder how this will compare to Tales of the Valiant now that Kobold Press has released it. I don't know. We could go look at Tales for the combat art, but I'm assuming Tales from the Valiant combat art is better. Okay, usually there are two options. You can buy the art and the artist can resell it as a printer, which is what they should be, or you can buy the art outright and that costs a bit more. I don't know. I don't know the new contract, but I have a feeling artists are getting screwed over no matter what. They look like a dance troupe. Maybe. Like if I was in the, going to the Hollywood Bowl or the Dorothy Chandler, and I saw that, I would think either Circus du Soleil. Actually, Cirque du Soleil is what they look like. You know, they look a lot like characters you might see in Cirque du Soleil, or a production of Midsummer's, or Much Ado About Nothing, but not D&D. I mean, you know, I mean, they're in the city. They're wearing vaguely medieval clothing. I would say it's Much Ado About Nothing. It's a poster for Much Ado About Nothing, which is a Shakespeare play. Makes my glad it in focusing on rebuilding my 2E set. Rebuilding 2E AD&D is not hard. They're all available, reprinted on drive-thru for like $11. There is nothing appealing about the new art. You're right. You're absolutely right. Again, I'm not bagging the art or the artists. I mean, these guys are way more talented than I am. I wish I could draw, paint, Photoshop, AI that good. But it's not selling 2024 D&D. The point of the art would be to sell the message of 2024 D&D. This is not your dad's D&D anymore, where it's brand new, non-GMO, cruelty-free, sugar-free, soy-free, zero carbon footprint, comfy, safe, slice of life D&D. Okay, fine. I get that that's what you want to do with D&D Wizards of the Coast. That's fine. You can do that. You want to turn D&D into a slice of life video game. That's fine. That's what the art should sell. It doesn't. It doesn't tell me, doesn't say to me, this is Dungeons and Dragons. It's a game about a bunch of adventurers going through really scary, fun adventures and killing monsters. Okay, fine. We know that that's not the D&D you want to do anymore. But this also doesn't say to me, oh, D&D is now about being comfy and doing slice of life and working at a coffee shop. The art doesn't do that either. I look at this art and go, I don't know what you are. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your story is. How are you the iconic druid? Nothing about you says druid. How are you convincing me that I want to play slice of life, comfy JRPG D&D? Because nothing about this sells that to me either. I could look at the art of a JRPG and go, that game definitely is telling me this is a slice of life JRPG, and this art tells me that, so this is what I know what I want to play. Your art is pointless. That's the problem. It's pointless. It doesn't do its job. You had one job, Steve. One job. Anyway, that's it. That's the art in the new Players Handbook. 71 new pages of art. Oh, God. And I don't know. I mean, it'll sell. We know it's going to sell, guys. I don't think it'll sell half as big as Wizards expects it to sell. I mean, they're, you know, but it'll sell. And we'll talk about it. And it'll be a thing. But I have a feeling 2024 Dungeons & Dragons is going to go the way of 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons. With the exception that 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons is actually a decent system. I don't even know if this is a decent system. We still know very little about the actual game. Anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble. That's it for today. If you've got anything else you want to talk about, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. Stay safe out there. See ya.